Hello, friends, and welcome to Simply Clouded. My name is Ashish Jain, and today our tutorial is about how to enable EC2 to access S3 as a service. Now, there are two ways of doing it. One way is to actually configure your own credentials, which is your access key, which is the access key ID or the secret key, into the AWS CLI, or the second and the more convenient and recommended way is to use instance role or IAM roles and policies. So today our tutorial is centered at using IAM roles and policies to grant EC2 instance access to an S3 bucket. The first thing we'll do is we'll check if our server can already access S3 or not. We have to confirm that the EC2 instance sample server that we're using is not able to access S3 as of now. Notice that I've already created a sample server for the purpose of this tutorial. So I'm going to copy this public IP, take access to the server. I have taken Amazon Linux as my preferred sample server because Amazon Linux comes with pre-installed AWS CLI. I'll open a putty session for the sample server. I'll use the simply clouded public key. I'll log in as the EC2 user. And the command that I'm going to use to verify the S3 access to this EC2 server is AWS S3 ls. In terms of AWS CLI, AWS is the common keyword which is used. S3 is the name of the service, and ls will list me the buckets that are there. Notice that right now it says that it is unable to locate credentials. It says that you can configure credentials by running AWS configure. This is the first approach that I talked about, which includes using an IAM user's credentials to take access to the S3 bucket. We're going to use IAM roles and policies. Let's go back to the console and create a role which we can later assign to the EC2 instance for it to have appropriate credentials or keys in place to access the S3 bucket. I'll go to IAM roles and policies. I'll navigate to roles and I'll click on create role. I'll choose the service as EC2 because I'm going to assign the role to an EC2 instance. In the permissions tab, I'm going to make sure that this particular role has full access to the S3 service. So the permission that I'm going to attach to this role is Amazon S3 full access. For my reference, I'm going to name this role as EC2 talk to S3. I'm going to review this. I'm going to give it the same name as the name tag, and I'm going to create this role. As per my list of steps, the next step is to attach the instance role to the instance. I'll go back to my EC2 instance, which is in running state. I'll go to actions. I'll go to instance settings, and I'll select attach or replace IAM role. Notice that it has already been populated by the new role that I have created. Once I apply this role, the EC2 instance automatically gets populated with the appropriate credentials or keys, which keep on rotating no matter how many times I have access to the server. The IAM takes care of all the authentication and directly gives the instance access to the S3 service. I'll go to S3 service and see if I have a sample bucket created for me to refer. I have created a bucket in my S3 service which says, hello EC2 instance, welcome to S3. Now that my EC2 instance has the IAM role attached to it, I'll run the same command again and see if my instance is able to access the S3 bucket. Notice that now my EC2 instance can generate a list of buckets that are placed in my S3. This is how We give EC2 instance access to any other service, not just S3, using IAM roles and policies. This is the preferred, recommended, and more secure way of giving access to an EC2 instance to other AWS service instead of using a particular IAM user's access key, secret key, and credentials. Thank you for the watch, guys. Tune in for more. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more such videos at Simply Clouded. To subscribe our channel, please hit the bell icon at the bottom.